and all of a sudden just boom, my craft hit the vehicle assembly bay in space and exploded. And I was like, what? What the fuck just happened? Oh, it was so funny. I shouldn't have fucking deleted it. Oh, I'm an idiot. Whatever. Anyway, live and learn, right? Hello everyone and welcome back. Well, I said I wanted to try something new, so here's that video. I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna do a litlittle commentary on KSP 2 that just released today. I'm super excited, so let's get on with it, shall we? So right out of the gate, this game looks visually stunning. Now I can see why the video requirements were so bloody high. The minimum required card for this game is a 2060. I have a 2070 Super, and she's getting, I mean, she wouldn't say she's getting pretty warm, but she's putting the work in, and you'll see why as this video goes on. They've done an amazing job with the graphics. Yeah, it really earns that high requirement, that's for sure. Now, if you've played KSP, you know, I'm sure right away you can tell there's a huge difference in the UI with that graphic. Like, it just seems everything has gotten upgraded. There's been a little bit of back and forth. People aren't exactly happy with how the UI is on this. Personally, I like it. I like it. The only thing that I don't like, though, and it's a little weird, is the Navball off to the left there. Like, what is that about? I don't know. That was a weird design change. But yeah, I mean, look at this. It's just, I don't know. It's a pretty game. That's for sure. And I really enjoy that. This is kind of what people strive for in modding Kerbal Space Program 1, to look like this. As an avid KSP 1 enjoyer, this was actually not too hard to get into. It was just the shock of something so new, and it kind of was like I was busy oogling oogling everything and seeing you know what was going on. But yeah, you know, they've added a lot of stuff that used to be mods, like the staging information used to need an add-on to, you know, where it would tell you the information that this thing in the middle tells you, like when or how long to burn, or how long till you need to burn, how long you need to burn for, you're gonna have enough fuel, that sort of thing. That's one of the biggest things that Kerbal Engineer did, and that's one of the things I like so much about it. But they've added that in. I really like the staging layout there on the right. You know, it's a nice quick glance. I can see my delta V. I can see, you know, how much fuel I've got. But again, that fucking Navball to the left, it just, it's so unnatural. Because I'm used to, you know, taking a quick glance down at my Navball to see what's going on with my spaceship, my rocket, whatever. And it was just a quick snap up and down and up. But this is like, I don't know, I've got to retrain my eyes. It's kind of fucking with me, to be honest. I hope they change that. And at the very least, I hope there's a modder out there who's gonna be like, oh yeah, no, I got this. This is my time to shine. Another thing that's kind of thrown me for a loop is what we're looking at right here, the maneuver planner. I don't know, like looking at this when I first, like, I didn't play through the tutorial, so I just kind of went into it blind. I was like, you know, I've put in a lot of hours into KSP1, and this should not be an issue. It's still taking some getting used to, but overall, I don't know. It's just, again, I think it's just the new thing. I'm so used to one thing. I've been doing it for a long time. Like I said in my KSP video, I've been playing this game fucking for a long ass time. And you just, I don't know, things become natural, and this isn't natural, so it's something to get used to. I am slowly getting used to it, but I don't know, it's still weird. Like, you can see, like, around the moon there, where we're headed, there's like almost looks like a force field. Well, that's the moon's sphere of influence. When you cross that barrier, you become part of the moon's, or that planetary body, celestial body, whatever you want to call it, you become part of that body's sphere of influence, and that becomes like, you know, you're working on that gravity well. And yeah, I don't know, it took me a little bit of time. Eventually I did get it. I was like, oh, that's the sphere of influence. The bullseye markers is where I'm entering and where I'm exiting if I don't do a circular burn to put myself into orbit, in this case around the moon. So yeah, I don't know, strange, but I'm getting used to it. They've really done a great job making this game just look so nice. The moon, compared to the KSP moon, yeah, it's a huge difference. But but there has been some hiccups. Oh my God, there has been some hiccups. Okay, so I gotta preface this by saying I had recorded about I recorded about five and a half hours of footage for my first go, and I had some great stuff. Like, I was so stoked. I'm like, oh, this is gonna look great in a video. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. One of those things was when I was bringing the rocket back to Kerbin to land it on the ground, well, to get the crew capsule on the ground. So I was in my node planning, and I was like, okay, so I did all the flying in the node planning, like in the map screen. And so I showed up on Kerbin, I circularized my orbit, I got everything down, and I was gonna do I did a little bit of an aero braking maneuver, so I had some time to kill, and I was just gonna switch back to the craft, like, you know, the main view of the rocket and stuff. And as soon as I did, I had a panic attack. Like, my heart sank. There was a huge glitch, and it looked like that my rocket was still orbiting in space above Kerbin, but just to the left of me was the entire KSP Space Center compound, like the runways, the launch pads, the buildings. It was all floating in space, and I'm kicking myself for not saving the footage. The reason, I mean, initially I had canceled, like, I was like, damn it. So I deleted it all because for some reason OBS didn't record audio, and that was the entire 5.5 hour session was just gone. I was crushed. And then so I went and fired it up again. I fixed OBS and I went back into it, and I recorded this footage that you're watching right now. And I went to go back. I was like, oh, I should still put that in. I can throw voiceover over it, obviously, and I can put some backing music. Like, I can make it work. I want that clip. Tried to get it back. I went to the recycling bin, but because the clip was so freaking huge, it just automatically did. It was like I think it was like a 35 or a 37 gig file. So Windows was having none of that, and it was just like, no, I'm gonna yeet this to fucking oblivion, and it's never coming back. So, damn. And the kicker to that clip and that whole flight was I kept having issues with like everything. So I had to, like, when I'd save it, and then something would happen, and I'm like, fuck. So I'd go back, reload, and then I was making progress, and then finally I got it, like, one long stretch, and I was like, okay, we're almost home. I'm gonna power through this weird graphical glitch, and everything will be fine. And like I said, it's gonna make for a pretty sweet video. So what really made the clip amazing is I was watching my spacecraft orbiting Kerbin, and like, having the space center following me floating in space. As I was kind of like checking this out, I'm like taking all of this in, and then all of a sudden, just boom, my craft hit the vehicle assembly bay in space and exploded. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? Oh, it was so funny. I shouldn't have fucking deleted it. Oh, I'm an idiot. Whatever. Anyway, live and learn, right? Oh, I'm gonna have to record like everything I do in this game from this point forward, because I hope I can recreate that little glitch and show it, because, oh, it was funny. Hilarious. KSP2 is getting review bombed on Steam right now. People are pretty upset with how it's presented. It's with how it's released. You know, just sandbox mode, no career, no science mode. There's a lot missing. But I think, you know, for me, I like it. Yeah, there's a lot of problems with it right now, but it's early access, and I'm not the kind of person that just, you know, gets all in a tizzy about it. You know, if I don't like it, I won't play it. Like, I got so many other games I can play, and it's not a big deal. I hope things get better. I'm sure they will. I mean, let's think back to like No Man's Sky. Like, it was a disaster, and now it's like, you know, it's like the Cinderella story of gaming at this point. Like, people are stoked on it. You know, worked out game, lessons were learned, and people made mistakes, and that's just the thing. Like, mistakes are made. That's what people do. They make mistakes, and hopefully they grow and learn from them. Touchdown. And that's the mark of KSP right there, seeing under the ground. KSP 1, the first one, was, you could get that a lot too. It was pretty cool. So yeah, like I said, I enjoy it. I like it. I've got high hopes for it. I'm rooting for it, because with all these changes, you know, the graphical changes, there's so much more that they added to KSP2, and I'm excited to give that stuff a try. So, you know, I'm gonna hang in there, like I always do. I hung in with KSP1 for quite a while, well, before it became what it is now, and it, you know, that development cycle was not easy either. People were mad for that one, and yeah, it just happened. It's normal. It's normal internet gamer stuff. And that will never change, and that's what makes our community just so special. So I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble on about this and say, you know, that kind of thing all the time. Being as this is a new thing for me, you know, I'm not working off of a script. It's trying to fire off these. I got so many thoughts in my head, and it's trying to like organize them. Maybe for the next one, I'll rip a script, and that'll be easier for me. Otherwise, that's it. Thanks for watching, and if you've made it this far, you're a champ, and I love you very much. I hope to see you back for the next one. Until then, enjoy life in space, and take it easy, eh?